"Come on out, you little shit," Veronica shouted boldly into the gloomy library. Who knew? If she yelled loud enough, somebody might come to chastise her. "I know who you are, and I'm not going to play your games. Come out and face me, or when I catch you, I'll whip your little ass for you." A chilling giggle from not far off, then a soulless voice of childish evil sing-songed, "You'll never catch me, but I'm gonna get you, Veronica. I'm gonna get you. And when I do, you'll scream and scream and scream." This last repetition was uttered in a guttural hissing tone that could barely be described as human. It nearly banished Veronica's resolve and made her cower under the desk. "Just words, you silly bitch," she whispered to herself. "Just a psych-out. No matter what, it's still just a 9 or 10-year-old girl, even if she is super strong. It's still a kid with the strength of 5 kids or something." Veronica reached out with her left hand and racked the slide on her weapon. There were many with concealed permits that believed that you should always have a round chambered. That way, if confronted by a situation that required you to fire your weapon, it was one less thing to worry about. She'd never subscribed to this opinion, except in combat. Her Glock, after all, didn't have a safety, and it took only a second to chamber a round. Also, there was something to be said about the psychological effect of hearing the unmistakable click-clack of the action on a semi-automatic pistol. There were no sounds in the world like that, except for the charging of a rifle or the cocking of a shotgun. All sounds that telegraphed clear danger to those who hadn't made them. The open floor of the library was about 70 feet square, with alcoves off the main open area. The walls were lined with high shelves, and there were standalone stacks arranged domino fashion around a cluster of tables and desks at the center of the floor. Unfortunately, some misguided soul who hadn't been thinking things through had arranged these long, 8-foot-high shelves in an angled arrangement so that one couldn't see down the aisles between if aligned along the right angles of the room's shape. It would really have been nice, Veronica mused as she scanned with her eyes and listened intently, if the people who set this place up would have thought about preventing the concealment of an enemy. That not being the primary focus of library science, however, Veronica was therefore faced with a veritable forest of hiding places. Places a child who could change form and probably fly, the little shit, could lurk and jump out from. Another laugh. From near the stairs this time. Without thinking, Veronica bolted. She leapt to her feet and raced across the open floor, hurdling a sofa and angling between the 2 tall stacks, using the shelf to stop her momentum and spin herself around. She could see the head of the stairs from this location. Nothing. No, not nothing. A shadowy movement near the stairs. It was vague and fleeting, but Veronica was certain she'd seen it, whatever it had been. Silently, she crept down the long aisle, crab-walking so as to keep an eye on both ends of the low canyon she was in. She knew she was taking a chance. Sooner or later, the child vamp would appear, or maybe even come down from the top of the bookcases. Yet Veronica, as fearful as she felt, also would rather confront her enemy head-on. The top of the shelves. The ceiling on the 3rd floor was high, especially at its peaked center. The tops of the bookshelves were 8 feet high, and there was plenty of space above them. The idea that Veronica could gain the high ground had just materialized in her mind when the lights on the 3rd floor went out. Veronica was plunged into pitch blackness, and the fear she'd been holding at bay closed its merciless fist and nearly paralyzed her with terror. "No!" she hissed just loud enough for her own ears to pick up the sound. "No, don't let it stop you. Keep moving, damn it."
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.